Number 5. BenQ TH671ST. As a home theatre publication, Secrets naturally looks to review products that provide the best movie experience, but many enthusiasts want their rooms to do more than just screen the latest Hollywood blockbusters. Gamers need low input lag and a bright image, which BenQ's TH671ST DLP projector can deliver. With 3000 lumens from a small lightweight chassis, it's the ideal display for movies, TV shows, streaming and gaming. It's a short throw design, which means it'll fit into smaller spaces. At a projection distance of just 5 feet, it can display a 100-inch diagonal picture on your screen or wall. To that, it adds 3D support and accurate Rec. 709 color. The short throw lens is offset from center and surrounded by a nice red trim ring. Its front element is more rounded than typical optics to ensure a square image at short distances. A zoom ring up top takes the throw ratio from 0.69 to 0.83. At around 5 feet away, the picture is 100 inches diagonal. Offset is 102.5%, which means you'll need to set up the TH671ST slightly below the edge of your screen. It's not Ultra HD and it doesn't do HDR or extended color, but the BenQ TH671ST delivers some of the best high-definition imagery I've seen from such a reasonably priced display. Number 4. Optoma GT1090 HDR. Projectors used to need a dedicated dark space to operate correctly, but more and more options are coming out that have a bright enough lamp to use in any room. That's definitely the case with the Optoma GT1090 HDR, a versatile and user-friendly projector suitable for both gaming and home theatre uses. The contrast ratio on the Optoma GT1090 HDR is impressive. You'll love the consistency of the detail and picture across both bright and dark areas of the screen. Now, the resolution on the Optoma GT1090 HDR is Full HD 1080p, but not 4K Ultra HD. If you're used to watching content on an HD TV, you'll get the same sharpness and detail you're used to, even if it's not the highest possible resolution on the market. You can also view 4K content on the Optoma GT1090 HDR, so you won't be limited in that regard. From a picture quality perspective, the lack of 4K resolution is the only potential complaint. You can play fast-paced and competitive games with this projector easily. The high frame rate helps here too. It can process visual information at a rate of up to 144 Hz, so you don't have to worry about compression, skips or choppiness on the screen. That's great for both gamers and home theatre users, since it also affects the quality of the 3D picture. You'll get the same high-quality picture for 3D content you enjoy with other programs. The Optoma GT1090 HDR is a versatile and high-quality projector for use in any home. The flexible, easy installation and high level of performance are its main selling points. Number 3. LG HU80KA. The LG Electronics HU80KA is by far the most unique and original 4K projector to hit the market so far. There's quite literally nothing else like it. It does not even look remotely like a projector when you pull it out of the box, but once you set it up, it can produce a dazzling high-contrast 4K picture with superb color saturation. It uses the 0.47-inch 4K UHD DLP chipset, but unlike competing units with the 0.47-inch chip, all of which are lamp-based, the HU80KA is driven by a laser phosphorlight engine that improves its overall black levels and contrast performance and promises 20,000 hours of life without concern for lamp replacements. There are a lot of ways to adjust lumen output on the HU80KA. First, you can place it horizontally so it projects directly at the screen like a light cannon, or you can stand it upright in its tower orientation where the image is reflected 90 degrees outward from a mirror. This reduces lumen output by 4%. The HU80KA can be set up in a variety of ways. You can ceiling mount it and point it directly at the screen. You can stand it in front of the seating area and bounce the picture via the mirror onto the screen. You can even shoot the picture directly upward onto the ceiling if you want. One of the most impressive attributes of the HU80KA is the high contrast and saturation the projector delivers with standard 1080p SDR sources. Since there is and will continue to be a lot more of this content than 4K for quite a long time, excellent performance for this type of material is a key advantage. Number 2. Vava 4K. This one is the best 4K projector in the market. It uses an Android operating system and it supports the usual Google Assistant and Alexa personal assistants, which is great. The Vava 4K is a smart projector that can run your apps like Amazon Prime, Netflix and many more without a single problem. It's a 4K UHD DLP projector and it delivers an astonishing picture quality. It can support screen sizes up to 150 inches diagonal and it can handle a room with a good bit of ambient light without worry. This projector is one of the nicest looking ones in the market. It has a nice white finish and it gives that minimalist look, which in my opinion is great. And the setup process is very easy. There are two passive infrared sensors on either side of the lens that dim the brightness of the projector when sensing movement. The power button of the Vava 4K is placed in front and stays illuminated while in standby. This one has Harman Kardon speakers which produce an amazing sound and are hidden behind a grey fabric grille. On the back, this one has 3 HDMI ports, a 3.5mm audio output, a 3.5 AV input, an Ethernet port, a USB input, an optical SPDIF output and a power connection port. On this one you can cast a 100-inch sized image from only 7.2 inches away from the Great Wall. It has a 4K resolution along with HDR10, which means that you'll experience higher contrast, deeper colors and sharper imagery. It's one of the best projectors when it comes to 4K, and you should check it out. Number 1. Optoma CinemaX P2. The beautifully designed Optoma CinemaX P2 is proof that a projector doesn't have to dominate your living space if you want to supersize your images. Picture quality is polished and the onboard sound system is a blast. Optoma has retained the extensive geometric correction tools found in the P1, as well as compatibility with a clever SmartFit iOS Android app that uses your smartphone's camera to literally snap the image into place. If you don't mind activating the geometric correction circuitry, it greatly simplifies the tricky one-time maneuvering of the projector that accompanies setup of any ultra-short throw projector. On the other hand, you'll want to avoid geometric correction if possible to preserve the best image quality and fastest input lag for gaming. As you might expect from an ultra-short throw projector, installation is stress-free. Unlike conventional projectors, the P2 can be positioned close to a white wall or screen, not quite flush, but as close as a standing TV would be. The CinemaX P2 is built around a single-chip DLP 4K device allied to a laser light engine, which translates to pin-sharp pictures, no chance of any panel alignment issues here, and excellent color vibrancy. Optoma has reduced the lumens on this model compared to its more expensive stablemate, but the projector's black level performance remains high. Shadow detail and darker portions of the screen don't suffer from insipid greyness, which so often plagues low-light models. The CinemaX P2 packs in capable sound as well as a decent picture, and what more could you ask for in a home cinema projector? Buying guide. Firstly, space. When selecting a short throw projector, first figure out how much space you'll have between the projector itself and the screen. Standard short throw devices require about 3 to 8 feet of space to produce a 100-inch or larger image, while UST projectors need anywhere from inches to 3 to 4 feet. Secondly, resolution. You'll also want to consider resolution. Higher is generally better, although some budget 1080p projectors might not look as crisp and bright as even mid-range 720p units. Likewise, lumens are important. A measure of brightness, lumens dictate how much ambient light a projector can withstand. In a completely dark room, anything under 1200 lumens should be fine. Ambient light requires at least 2500 lumens. When perusing spec sheets, look for ANSI lumens, not lux lumens, as ANSI lumens are a real measure of brightness. And thirdly, durability. One of the less talked about advantages modern UST projectors have is that their light source lasts longer. Thanks to their solid-state laser or LED light engines, most ultra-short-throw laser projectors are rated to last at least 20,000 hours. That's equivalent to binging all of Netflix for 2.25 years straight. When you compare that to the 3,000 to 5,000 hours you get from a traditional projection lamp, laser projectors clearly have the edge.